This is not a test. This is not a test.
I don't know if you can handle it. I don't know if you can handle it.
Hello, welcome to the Junkman channel. The last video I posted was a cold start video of this very same car, and I saw that many people, many for me, for my small channel, found their way to my car sales channel, Automobili Curato. So I figured that even though I usually don't try to sell these kind of cars out of Estonia, because there's a few of these here as it is and we need all of these cars, so I'm gonna keep this one a bit more loose than I would usually do, just a sales video, because this is my main channel. My main channel is supposed to be the cool automotive channel, which helps me be an automotive YouTuber and make money with that, which I'm not at this point, but I've almost given up, but I haven't given up yet. Anyhow, let's talk about the car. And in front of us today is a 2007 BMW E61 535D M57 twin turbo diesel with individual package, at least in the inside. I don't know what would individual entail from the outside, but it has individual package features inside. And anyhow, let's take a little walk around the car. So usually when I make an Automobili Curato sales video, I show the car, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I already noticed this blemish on the bonnet. So this car is 19 years old. The mileage is 396,000 kilometers. So obviously it will have marks here and there, but overall it's in a fair condition, I would say. It's even, dare I say, good cosmetically. I think I would like to point out these brake calipers. Do 535Ds get bigger brakes up front by default, or this is some sort of an addition? I got the spec lists from the dealerships here in Estonia, and I don't remember any extra option for front brakes. So could it be, could it not be? Another thing are these wing mirrors. So are these special or not? Are these some option, or is it just some Alibaba Temu cover? I have no idea. But usually when I make an Automobili Curato video for sales, I walk around the car and try to keep it specifically about the car. And as I started, I'm just pointing out usually blemishes, what I can see. But I haven't owned this car for so long, and I've never seen it really clean. So I know a few places where you can see clearly some marks, but on this left side I can't recall at the moment. One thing I know, it's special, like when I wasn't dealing with the BMWs, I had no idea what it is, but it has shadow line trim outside. So also not so special thing on the E61s. I think like half of the cars do have it, but the panoramic roof. And yeah, so usually I just walk around the car, show it from the outside. I know there's a nick here, and there's definitely more stuff, but it's actually like minus 15 degrees Celsius, and making this video is not the easiest, but here we are and we're doing it. So yeah, I usually walk around the car, point out stuff. I know here's a mark which I saw as I cleaned the car for the first time, and here's a lacquer defect, and you know there's gonna be marks here and there too. This one I remembered now on the fly. But you know, your usual 18-19-year-old 5 Series BMW, which has been, I mean, if abused, I don't know, but used definitely. I know that the front bumper doesn't sit right. I mean, it's kind of obvious if you look at the front lights and everything. The gaps don't line up. But you know, it's not the end of the world on these cars, which are old but reliable still. Someone has tinted one of the fog lights, but I have another one in the trunk. But yeah, someone has done this kind of dumb thing, if I'm being honest. This is not for Automobili Curato. This is my quote-unquote entertainment channel, so let's keep it a bit more loose. So these are M bumpers and side skirts. I think they are. I'm not a total expert, but I think they are. But the equipment spec sheet doesn't say that this car is M anything. So I know M equipment codes start from 700 on 5 Series. All the casual specs are numbered, so 3-digit numbers. Special things are a digit and then 2 letters or something. This is just what I saw from the spec sheet, how it seemed to be. And there was nothing in the beginning of 700, which is the numbers where the M-Tech, M-Pack, I don't know what it's officially called, M-Technic stuff starts. So was it a regular and somebody has added these bumpers or side skirts, bumpers and side skirts, or this is how it came from the showroom when it was new? I have no idea. But let's go and see what we have inside. Inside, first thing that greets us is the BMW Individual door sill. This is supposed to be some sort of special leather, and obviously it's worn because it's an old car. It seems to me, not an expert again, that somebody has tried to repair it by painting it or something, because this looks normal and this looks, I don't know, melted. Why would leather melt? No idea. So it seems to me here too that somebody has tried to quote unquote fix it or paint it, but you know, it's an 18-year-old car, and I don't think, like with these cars, that people would take special care of the leather and, you know, condition it and whatnot. These are cars for everyday driving. I like the steering wheel. It has BMW Invididual on it, and it has this trim running all around it. It looks to be this rubbery material from this age. I've also had Audis, and it's been used past 50% of the usage. What's it called now? It's used. Let's just phrase it easily, so I wouldn't confuse myself. But the flappy paddles, are these paddles flappy? They don't look flappy, but that's cool. I like it. Changing gears from the steering wheel. This is my third E61, and obviously the other ones haven't had it. Also this gear lever. So this gear lever comes with the option O2 TB Sport Automatic Gearbox, whereas the option itself says in its name Gearbox. To my knowledge, this option is just a tune for the gearbox, and the gearbox itself is not anything out of the ordinary. Combined with the steering wheel shift levers, I think this might be my favorite option on this platform this far. I most certainly haven't seen everything yet. Also piano black trim. I know this is a thing. One guy already offered me some money to buy it. No, this car will remain as is in my hands. And I think it's about it. Memory seats, which is, yeah, not every car has it, but it's not too uncommon either. Yeah, I just made an Estonian video and I forgot it. It has some sort of Alcantara suede headliner, which BMW guys have told me is rare, I guess. So there's that. Let's jump in the back. Quite boring, because from my experience, all the A6 series, E-Class 5 series cars, these aren't luxury cars, so they don't have much special in the back. It's just, you know, back seats. That's about it. Yeah, Hawks in. That's all it has. I don't know, noteworthy in the back. Cup holders, very important. I mean, that's a nice little thing you have. So yeah, I mean, nothing special here besides the BMW individual door sill, and I guess the material of the seats. The most boring thing, trunk. Not much to show you there. Obviously, I know the trunk switch works. And like with most E61s, remote central locking does not work on this one. Seems that the module has not been touched. The next most likely culprit here is the hatch wiring. But you can't open it up from the trunk itself. Plus, BMW specialty, it doesn't have a keyhole here. With this E61, at least it is possible to access the boot space from the inside because you can fold down the rear row seats from the inside. The most fun I have ever had with this was with the F07 535D I had, on which I found out that BMWs are fun like this. On the F07, unless you remove the partial self prior, there is no way to fold the rear seats from the inside, and thus there is actually no way to get in. With the F07, the way I got back into the boot to put the battery back into the car was when an electrician helper of mine applied 12 volts to the rear hatch via the glove box fuse. It isn't really a solution you can try unless you have some experience and all the necessary tools, so in summary, watch out when you're removing the battery on your BMW and save yourself a ton of headache. Your ye old trunk space. Nothing too noteworthy. This is my so-called camera bag. And yeah, these cargo space covers and nets in one, these tend to be missing from certain cars, but this one still has it. And let's check the car out from under the bonnet. Not much I can show you here, just M57. Not too great, not too terrible. I don't mean it doesn't look too oily, so I guess that's good. This EGR cooler or whatever it is, it's always oily. But other than that, snafu, situation normal, all fucked up. But this car isn't all fucked up. It's a decent used E61 535D with individual interior at least. And yeah, so this is the place where I usually tell people that, you know, this was the car from inside and outside, and now we'll go for a test drive, which we'll do now. Okay, so I usually don't do English videos for cars like these because it's an E61, so this particular car is an E61. There's, I guess it's one of those platforms that at least million cars have been produced, 500,000 to million cars. Point being that there's plenty of these around, so I don't see no potential in an international sale happening with this car. Okay, so this one is a bit special, if you can say so, about an E61 535D LCI Individual. So, you know, maybe to someone it makes it a bit special to like people who appreciate BMWs. But since the last video in the framework of my main channel about this car, co-starring this car, was very successful, I thought that I'll make a follow-up synergy video in relation to my main and car sales channel. So what is my car sales channel all about? What I'm doing, why I'm making this video? Just to advertise a bit what I do, but you know, I don't know how much it applies to people outside of Estonia. I don't think I have the capacity or some sort of special skill set that anyone outside of Estonia would need me. But basically, what I consider myself being good at is helping Estonians sell their a bit rare and uncommon cars out from Estonia. Basically, that's the whole gist of my car sales channel, is to pretty much kind of make my love of cars, hobby of cars useful somehow to someone else. Maybe one day it will be a business. At the moment it isn't. It's just something I'm trying to make it happen. So yeah, mostly this car also is mine. It's my personal car. And outside of my personal vehicles, I've been able to help a few friends out. But other than that, I haven't been able to grow it enough yet. And that's the reason why I've started messing with BMWs, just to basically for marketing purposes, for my channel to grow, the word to get out, and thus, you know, maybe I will find other people who would be interested in me helping selling them their a bit more rare and uncommon cars outside of Estonia, because Estonia is a small market, so you're like hard pushed to sell some of these more uncommon hobby cars. Let's call them hobby cars in Estonia, because the market is so small. Example from the past, I had a C5 RS6 and I had it for sale on and off for like, I don't know, 3-4 years. And eventually this car sold to Canada. It was shipped in a container to Canada. That kind of shows what kind of market there is. That wasn't high euro car. It was like the second cheapest or the cheapest car on the market all the time. And despite that, you know, there's no demand for these cars. And Estonians are the kind of people that somebody does something, screw it, I'll do it better, I'll do it myself. Estonians are the kind of, I don't know, do you want to call it resourceful or something? But basically, okay, you brought a car from Germany, why should I buy it from you? I'll just fly to Germany myself and buy it myself. Let's bring it back to the original point that I think I have a bit of know-how and a certain skill set to help people in this matter of selling these kind of hobby cars, because usually most often the case is that, you know, a person has a hobby car. Oh, we can't commence a little drift, there's a car coming, and they just want to get something else. And if you most often want to get something else, you know, I don't know, there's obviously these people exist who have exorbitant amount of money, but usually Estonians can afford like a single kind of this hobby car type of car, you know, something you don't use as a daily driver. So obviously if you want to get something else, you have to sell the prior one, and then that's where I can help people. I think at least that's the idea at the moment. It hasn't grown to anything yet, so that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, like I said, this is going to be on my main channel, so usually when I make this car sales video, I keep it shorter, sweeter, and I try to just demonstrate the car more rather than demonstrate my lack of or my abundance of what do you call this word now? Yap, abundance of yap. So I try to yap a little bit less and just try to show the car a bit. But as I said, this is sort of a main channel video just to generally chat, but you know, see if it pulls like a train. It's cold outside, but it does drive well. I got this car, I bought it with an electrical fault without me knowing. One of the headlights wasn't working. I got these issues solved. Apparently, from a certain age, there could have been various culprits, but on this car, and I know from asking around that it has also previously happened to other people, the Webasto preheater caused this kind of electric error on the car, which made everything in front of the gear lever go nuts. The dash, the radio, the blower, it for some reason at a certain point it all went into boot mode. Everything started flickering on and off, and I wasn't aware of this error when I bought the car. Even though with this car I made a longer test drive than usual, the error revealed itself like 50 kilometers after I became the owner of this car. And the problem was the Webasto preheater in the end. I removed the fuses. It's like fuse 23, 24 in the glove box and fuse 63, 64 in the boot. I'll just put it on the screen with what the correct numbers were. That didn't solve it, but when the Webasto preheater was physically unplugged, then this electrical error stopped revealing itself. There's no problem with that anymore. And also one of the headlight bulbs had gone out. So these things have been fixed. But there's one issue with this car. It's like minus 10, 12 Celsius outside today. At the moment, I've opened up the engine temp reading from the secret menu. And it shows that the engine temp is at 57 degrees Celsius. As far as I know, it should be somewhere from 90 to 105. I don't know what it exactly is on this M57 engine on this particular car. It doesn't get warm. Yesterday it was minus 20 outside. I was driving home 100 kilometers away from where I live during midnight, and you know, I had my gloves on, so it's not the most comfortable thing at the moment. I bought this car when it was around minus 0, +5, +10 Celsius, and then the car got warm. And as far as I know, 2 years ago, both of the thermostats have been changed, so I don't know what the issue is at the moment. I know on highway, when I go highway speed, the engine temp will get up to 60 something, but with this cold weather, it's not, you know, warm enough to produce warm heat for the cabin. So that's like I'd say the main issue at the moment. You know, if the weather warms up, then it stops being an issue from the point of driver and passenger comfort. But at the moment, yeah, it's, I mean, you got the seat heater on, and my breath is not steaming, but it's not warm either in this car. Yeah. What else? I've been yapping on for so long. I just made an Estonian video, same video, about this car, and usually like the driving portion, the purchase preview video, the driving portion is like 10 to 12 minutes, and that was 25. and there, I guess I could have talked even longer. Usually these like I said, I try to keep this very on point about the car, and so usually it's okay. What can I say about the cars? But yeah, I kept yapping for 25 minutes in a row in the previous video too. What else? Yeah, I guess I already sort of mentioned why I'm doing this. So I'm trying to grow this kind of, like I said, I'm not gonna call this business just yet because it's not. It's a hobby at best. It's basically like I've only helped friends, so it's basically like helping your neighbor rake leaves in the autumn. It's far from business yet, but I'm trying to grow my channel, get sort of kind of get my name out there, and maybe maybe it is something one day. Another idea I have with this is that maybe it will help me to get into a car sales job maybe one day if I demonstrate to people that I can sell cars on my own, because I've been applying to car sales jobs for 10 plus years now, and I have only had one interview. So I have been applying not only to dealerships but to various companies selling cars in Estonia, 10 plus years, and I have had one actual interview. A guy who bought an LCI E61 with an electrical fault, arranged it to get fixed, who has this secret menu opened up, to diagnose, basic diagnose, because I'm not a mechanic or overly with abundance of knowledge about cars, but I'm just, basic, farmer level, I'm just trying to think along, trying to diagnose my car on the run, what could be the issue, at least then I can tell if I will take the car to get fixed, I can tell these people that, these are what I've observed, these are the symptoms or the situation. And this guy can't, and as you can hear, I can also speak English. Wow. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. Deutsch, mein Deutsch ist sowieso, mein Vokabular ist ganz klein, aber ich habe, I don't know how to say that. I wanted to say that I have the framework of the language in place, so I can speak a bit German, and there's not a car sales job for me in Estonia, so just to prove myself a bit too, maybe who knows, I'll get a conventional job in this sector one day, so I'll just demonstrate to people that screw you, I can sell cars on my own too. So that's kind of the whole gist of this. And why have I started selling BMWs is that I wanted to own an E65, which I already had. I wanted to own an E61 535D, which I now eventually have. But BMW is so popular in Estonia that I'm basically just buying these cars to buy and sell because it's easy. It's easier than any other brand to do this with BMWs. I've never had a deep affinity towards BMWs, but I appreciate cars in general. I appreciate cars from the practical aspects, and E61 M5 is quite high in the list of so-called dream cars of mine. So I've never been a BMW fanboy, let's use this word, very strongly because of the fact how BMW owners are perceived. I've always, my core love of cars comes from World Rally Championship, Audi S1. That's like sort of kind of Colin McRae too, where the basis of what cars I do like comes from. So the BMW has never participated in that capacity in the World Rally Championships. Although there, remember this M3, like an E30 M3 Bastos livery, was it ever in World Rally Championship level capacity? I don't know, but basically that's where my car love comes from. And you know, also as I brought out the aura of the brand and the people around it. I've never been a particular fan, but as I sit here right now today, even though that it's not very warm in here, my legs are kind of cold, I like driving this car. I like this car. I like this car very much. I enjoy driving this car. I enjoy the M57 in this car, the twin turbo version. I enjoy. I guess that's the main part I enjoy. I like the styling inside, and the styling outside. I would say it's very pretty for a mass market car. I would say this is the styling on the E61 is very cool, like in general, overall, all time. So I very much also like enjoy this car, even though, like I said, I'm not a big BMW fanboy, and I buy these cars to. You can't call it flipping because making a profit is not something, you know, which is really viable in this category and price range. But just, you know, buy and sell these. I like this car. Anyhow, this has been way too much yapping for my liking. I think to this point I've already spoken like at least 40 minutes in a row in 2 different languages. Let me see. Yeah, the car runs and drives. Let's pulls like a train. Does it stop like a train? It's slippy. Everybody hold on. No, we won't crash. The tires are kind of old, but they're really decent. They're very quiet and decent amount of grip. It's like Nokian Hakkapeliitta 8, which is like one of the top studded tires overall. But the problem with these ones is that they're like 10 years old, but they still do work, so they're good enough for me. Yeah. I guess I could say something more. I definitely have to say something. In Estonian video, I spoke about how I perceive people selling cars, how I go and buy these kind of cars, you know. Maybe in short, you know, usually when I go out to buy such a car as this, I already assume that there will be something wrong with the car, which I can't detect on walking around it, looking at it and making a short test drive. So I always go in with a reservation. There will be hidden faults. Do the owners know these faults? Do they know about the faults? Don't they know about the faults? You know, you never know. I always go into the purchase of these cars with a mindset that it's me, sort of kind of against the seller. The seller wants to sell the car. I want to get as good of a deal as possible, and it's my responsibility to make sure that the deal is good for me. And if I fail in that, let's say there's something hidden which I can't find, then even though as far as like we have this consumer agency, commission agency, which defends consumers. And basically, even in a transaction of private person to private person, you could go back and like start claiming something from them. But in the end, I consider myself, when doing these kind of transactions with these used cars, which have mileage, this car has done 400,000 kilometers soon, 240,000 miles. I assume that the responsibility is all mine to make sure that I get a good deal. And let's say if the owner maybe neglects to tell me something, unless it's something major. If it's something minor like it was with this car, when I saw that the electrical fault happened, I knew that it can't be something detrimental to the car. Then, you know, I consider it my responsibility, even though I think technically, even like based on the consumer laws in Estonia, I could go and like tell him that he sold the car to me with a hidden fault, but I assume the responsibility mine to kind of make sure that I've done all due diligence. And yeah, basically all the E61s that I've gotten have had gremlins, which I may or may not have been made aware prior to buying the car. But in the end, you know, I have no complaints towards the 3 guys who've sold me E61s this far. They've been all normal guys. It's been another 20 minutes of talking. So yeah, I'm Jonas. My main channel is Junkman. My car sales channel is Automobili Curato. I don't know, the main channel wants to be this kind of YouTube channel that should be entertainment, but also entertainment which would help you to know more about cars. But I haven't succeeded in that, so my secondary car sales channel is sort of kind of this little base level business idea. Both aim of both of the channel is just to, you know, be active in this sphere, because if I'm just straight up honest, you know, this is the thing, the cars, the car scene, this is the main thing, you know. To me, driving is the core of the experience of a car. If I could, I would visit racetracks more often and whatnot. But these channels are both an attempt just to be active in the car scene, and maybe in the long run somehow make it viable to do it as a source of income. At the moment, it's just a hobby, and just somehow trying to make this time that I spend on this hobby somehow make sense, because I just don't like cars. I actually like filmmaking too. I enjoy filming stuff and making videos in its core sense, not just about cars, but I have an affinity to filmmaking. So this part, it's kind of like 2 hobbies combined. I make a video and it's about cars. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna shut up now. I've been talking for so long. I've been talking already. This could be partially a university lecture, at least one class, one lecture about something. I've been talking for so long. So I don't think anyone's ever gonna get here. Very unlikely. I know some Estonian people watch my videos, and I mean even get to the end, even if it's just skipping part of the videos and whatnot. I don't think anyone's gonna ever see this, but if you do, I mean, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jonas-san. Thank you, because yeah, it's been just 30 minutes of straight up rambling, but it had some coherence this time. You know, I had some ideas I wanted to tell you about, and I got these ideas out of my system. But from here, it's me signing out. Thank you for watching, and hope you find something interesting in this video, and you will maybe watch something from me in the future also. But I'm out. Peace, love and prosperity and all the nice things. Bye.